luxury water, Tough Shed, SMT Financial, and nothing but sport.
There is a moment before every big fight when the energy shifts. It's no longer promotion. It's no longer interviews. It's no longer social media captions. It becomes personal. And what happened at the weigh-ins felt personal. What's good, Shade Riri family? If you're new here, this is where we break down the tension, the psychology, and the power dynamics behind the headlines. If you rock with real analysis and unfiltered tea, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share this video, and drop your thoughts in the comments, because tonight, we need opinions.
For everybody that bought their tickets, me and all the fighters here, appreciate you so much. I don't know what the hell happened. She headbutted me, I pushed her, and I went over there to the corner. But hopefully, Franchon is scared as death. She's scared. She's scared as hell. She headbutted me, I pushed her, but that should have been it. I don't know why it went more, but that is not what women's boxing is. We are classy ladies. We are strong, we are in shape, and I'm the best in the world, and I want to show y'all that tomorrow.
Now let's talk about what just happened. Claressa Shields and Franchon Crews-Dezurn stood face to face at the weigh-ins in Detroit. And when I say stood, I mean stood. No blinking, no smiling, no stepping back. Just two women locked in a stare that lasted long enough to make the room uncomfortable. And that kind of silence before a fight is louder than any insult. You could see it in their posture. Claressa in that bold green coat, standing firm in her city, in her arena. Franchon stepping forward, chin slightly lifted, refusing to give an inch. Security already tense before anything even happened. And then it happened. The push. Not a wild swing, not chaos, not a brawl, but a deliberate push. And sometimes those are more calculated than punches. Now the internet is asking the big question, was it staged or was it real?
Luxury water, Tough Shed, SMT Financial, and nothing but sport.
It's the Heavy Hitting Diva right here in Detroit at the Motor City Casino Hotel. Stop by for the meet and greet, meet with the champ before I get active in the ring, February 22nd. You see, speak to me proper. We got merch, we got pictures, we got a whole lot of stuff here, so make sure you meet me right now. Bye.
Let's slow that down, because staged energy usually looks exaggerated. It's quick, it's dramatic, it's broken up immediately. But this had buildup. This had seconds of silence that stretched too long. This had eye contact that didn't feel theatrical. It felt territorial. Claressa didn't look like she was performing. She looked like she was drawing a line. And here's where it gets deeper. This is Detroit. This is her home arena. This is her undisputed heavyweight championship on the line. And when a champion feels challenged in her own house, the reaction isn't always calm diplomacy. It's dominance. But dominance can cut both ways, because the longer they stood there, forehead almost touching, neither woman blinking, neither backing down, it stopped feeling like hype and started feeling like ego collision.
The reigning, defending, undefeated, undisputed, unified women's heavyweight champion of the world. First, the champ will hit the scale first. The hard-hitting diva, Franchon Crews-Dezurn.
Championship of the world. It's all being brought to you by Selena Promotions and Win Records in association with 313 Presents. It's all being brought to you by Selena Promotions and Win Records in association with 313 Presents and sponsored.
Two accomplished fighters, two strong personalities, two women who do not see themselves as secondary. That push wasn't random, it was a message. The question is, who received it? Now let's talk psychology. The best fighters before title defense are usually ice cold, emotionless, detached, surgical. But Claressa has been operating at a different emotional temperature this week. GOAT lists, press conference energy, verbal shots, and now physical escalation. That doesn't automatically mean she's losing focus, but it does mean the intensity is peaking. And when intensity peaks before the bell rings, it can either sharpen performance or slightly blur it.
Claressa, somebody tag her to get over here. She blocked me. We know you sold your soul. We know you sold your soul for some clout and a married man. You lucky I can't get Remy. I will fly her out first class. If somebody can get me Remy Ma, I will fly her out first class. And that's below petty. That ain't even the pettiest. It's not even about petty. It's just to show, oh, you first place? Bitch, you second place in your fucking relationship. You could be double medal, all of this. You second place in your relationship, babe. You a clown. You a clown. I'm disappointed in you.
Because when anger gets involved, timing changes. And in heavyweight fights, timing is everything. Now some fans are saying this was all part of the promotion machine. Build tension, sell tickets, drive engagement. Maybe.
As everybody, you got your ass whooped. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Let your woman make her money. Let her make her motherfucking money. And you sit your ass down somewhere. Dezurn. Sit your ass down. Boy, you ain't nothing but 4'9". Talking about you gonna whoop some ass. Who? Me? Pap? Boy, thank God we had security because you would have sued the fuck out of us how bad we would have tore your ass up. Let Franchon fight because she got more belts than you ever gonna have. Little man caused all that confusion. First of all, Franchon knew she was getting pushed. Why the fuck is you walking up on me headbutting me? Is you crazy? Is you cool? You can't be cool. And they playing cash doll? We in motherfucking Detroit. Don't ever think you gonna do no shit to me like.
But here's the part that makes it feel less scripted. The body language after the push. No smirks, no playful energy, no wink to the crowd. Just locked eyes, heavy breathing, security tightening in. That's not WWE theater. That's pride. And pride in boxing is dangerous. What makes this even more interesting is the timing. This isn't weeks out. This is fight eve, which means there's no room for adjustments. Whatever emotional state both women are in right now, that's the state they enter the ring with. And if you look closely, Franchon didn't flinch either. She didn't crumble. She didn't explode. She stood there. And sometimes standing still is its own kind of power move. So now the storyline shifts. It's no longer just about belts. It's about who controls the narrative. Was Claressa asserting dominance, or did Franchon successfully get under her skin? Because pushing someone can mean confidence, but it can also mean reaction. And reaction implies something triggered you.
First you walk up with the hat, and the brim get me in the face. Then, what? Cover your thing. Oh, I ain't gotta cover that. I'm just covering my thing. And then after you do that, you out of my face pressing your forehead against mine. If you don't get the hell up off me, and then let me talk about little short man Glenn. Boy, let me tell you something. You tried to run behind that goddamn, you call that shit back there? Billboard, the backboard. You tried to run behind the motherfucking billboard talking about you gonna do something to me? I'm out, boy. First of all, Pap will knock your little ass out. You ain't never won no world championship, and you jumping in people's faces like you can whoop somebody's ass. You ain't gonna whoop my ass. You ain't gonna whoop Pap ass. And I don't even know if you was fighting for real, cause boy, I done seen the footage. I can recognize everybody.
That's the debate. Confidence or emotional spike?
calculated intimidation or energy spillover. And let's not ignore the visual symbolism here. Green coat, Detroit backdrop, Little Caesars Arena behind him. Claressa fighting in her city, defending her titles, declaring this her house. When you defend your house, you don't step back, you step forward. But stepping forward also means you're fully exposed. And tomorrow night, exposure meets consequences. If Claressa dominates, that push becomes iconic. If the fight is close, critics will replay that moment and say she let emotion in too early. That's how brutal narrative cycles are. And here's the thing most people won't say out loud. When two women stand nose to nose like that, there's an extra layer of scrutiny. People either over-dramatize it or dismiss it. But this was serious. There was no smile. There was no playful energy. There was tension, real tension. And whether staged or not, the body language didn't lie. Neither one wanted to yield.
Baby, I got so much smoke for you tomorrow. I been knew you wanted to say that, hoe. But let me ask you something about you and Glenn. Who got on their knee and proposed? You or him? I can't tell who's the bitch. Who got on their knee and proposed? I think your strong ass proposed to Glenn, and Glenn said nice because he want to be nice to you. And you understand why he keep losing in boxing and can't get a world championship. That's what I think happened. Where your ring at? Where your ring at, Miss Dezurn? Girl, your ass ain't got a fucking promise ring, bitch. Anyways, I got so much smoke for you tomorrow, baby. I don't give a fuck what you post. You better put your motherfucking dukes up, bitch. Ha ha. Cause I'm coming to fight your ass. I got my Faith Evans wig on today, and you hoes wanna test me I look like Faith Evans? You got to be out your gut.
So now I want to ask you something. When you watched that weigh-in moment, did you see controlled dominance, or did you see emotions running slightly hotter than necessary? Was that champion energy, or was that pride clashing in a way that could affect performance? Because tomorrow, the gloves will answer. And once that first bell rings, none of this talk matters anymore. No captions, no polls, no staged or real, just punches. And the scary part, personal fights hit harder. But let's zoom out for a second, because what we just saw isn't happening in a vacuum. Women's boxing rivalries have always carried a different kind of weight. For decades, women in boxing had to fight just to be taken seriously, not just in the ring, but by promoters, by networks, by the public. Every major rivalry wasn't just about two athletes, it was about legitimacy. When Layla Ali stepped in the ring, it wasn't only about her opponent, it was about proving she wasn't just Muhammad Ali's daughter. When Ann Wolfe built her legacy, it wasn't about hype, it was about raw dominance in a sport that barely promoted women. When Claressa Shields first started calling herself the GWAT, people laughed. Not because she lacked skill, but because women weren't allowed to claim that level of greatness publicly without backlash. And that's where rivalries become bigger than the fight. Because in men's boxing, ego is expected. In women's boxing, ego is policed. So when two elite female fighters stand forehead to forehead and refuse to blink, what you're watching isn't just hostility, it's territorial history. It's two women saying, I am not second. That's powerful, but it's also volatile. Modern women's boxing has changed. Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor showed the world that female headliners can sell arenas. Claressa's undisputed runs proved dominance across divisions. The sport is no longer begging for a seat at the table. Now it's fighting for hierarchy. And hierarchy fights get nasty. Because once legitimacy is established, the only thing left to fight for is legacy. And legacy is where ego lives. That's why this Claressa versus Franchon energy feels heavier than just promotion. Both of them have resumes, both of them have pride, both of them understand what it means to be overlooked at different stages. So when they stand there, almost nose to nose, it's not just about tomorrow night's belt, it's about positioning in the history of women's boxing. Who becomes the headline name? Who becomes the footnote? And that kind of pressure doesn't produce soft energy. It produces moments like we saw. Because when history's on the line, respect gets tested in real time. And that's why that push matters more than people think. It wasn't just physical, it was symbolic. Drop your thoughts below. I want to know where you stand. If you rock with Shaderi, hit that like, subscribe, share this with somebody who's watching the fight tomorrow. Because when the dust settles, we're coming right back here to break it all down. Tomorrow night isn't just about undisputed gold, it's about ego. And ego under arena lights is a dangerous thing.